Thank you all so much for attending today's auction. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great honor to have this event today. It's the collection and the estate of the Melrose Mansion in Reedsville, North Carolina, 802 South Main Street. I'll give you a little history of what we've done so far. We've had eight sessions prior to this date. As we've gone through everything, we have separated and sorted and vetted items for this one event. I was thinking between 500 and 600 lots, and we continued on. We got up to 614 lots. I want to thank my staff and everybody that's worked in this project. I want to thank all of them. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time here, as well as online. We've approved about 3,900 registered, approved bidders from all over the United States and from foreign countries. We do have a lot of phone bidders and absentee bidders that are bidding with us today.
Once we got into that little cubby hole in the attic, the parts that I found, the early documents, I was probably the first person in nearly maybe 100 years. I mean, I broke the twine that held it together that was wrapped when they put it up there.
Carolina, 1846. Some 1860s tax. Broadside. Oh, wow.
Who get 500 again? Hold it. Have 150 gold, now 160, 350, 350, 350, 350, 550 online, 575, sir. Important item here, the only one was in the estate, 575. So now 550 online, number 55.
We're in the music room here on the first floor of the Melrose Mansion. Inside the French vitrine here, on the bottom shelf was this beautiful circa 1920 signed Duran threaded art glass vase with hanging hearts. Beautiful iridized gold iridescence on the interior with a calcite base. You'll see the polished pontil on the bottom. Wonderful piece of American art glass right here from circa 1920. Outstanding and original. Discovered at Melrose.
200 should everywhere. I have 200 with the lady in the far corner first. 200 here, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260. 375 with the gentleman, now 400 now, 425, sir, 450, 575, 575, now 600, now 625, 825, wonderful piece of art glass here, 825, last call, 825, sold him at $800 right over there, buy number 14, and I think she's from Rockingham County, thank you, Stan. 95, 100, 150, 160, anybody's at 230, sold him at 220 here on the aisle, buy number is 25.
We're in the music room in the wrapping station of Tier 1. This was discovered down in the basement 2 weeks ago here at the Melrose Mansion. Here's an original bale handle, 1 gallon glass whiskey jug from circa about 1900. Look at the original paper label. Collectors search everywhere for this and they're never discovered.
Rare North Carolina whiskey jug here, and it was distilled and bottled in Florida, but it's a North Carolina product here. 400 to go, 300 to get started. I have 50 online and gone, 55, 5, 80, 5, 90, 5. Another one, 10 to 120, 120 last, 120 new bidder, 130. Another 150, 150, 150 last call, 140, 150. Sold about $140. Thank you. Brand number is number 212, the bar number 212.
Oh, that's a crazy cool thing, isn't it? John's excited. I have a passion for North Carolina textiles. Chris, look. Carl's in the bottom of the box right here. If you're ready, bed in storage. Done for 50, 75 years. Handmade North Carolina. Crazy quilt. Work of art. I don't see any damage anywhere on it. What the person did that designed this, it was things that they enjoyed seeing in their everyday life here in North Carolina 100 years ago.
There's an initial right there too, John.
And they're expressing themselves.
See the M right there?
Correct.
Is that an M?
It's either going to be an M or a W. With research, we should be able to identify who made the quilt.
I believe this first quilt was made by the Whitted family. Go ahead and put that with it. It does have a W on it. I have 100 opening online. And go on now, 110. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. Any other bidders at 400, 400, 400. Last call. Any bidders at 400? Sold about 375. Congratulations, man. Buyer number 36, the buyer number 36.
Here's an early box here. Let's see what's in that, Dylan. Look at that, Dylan. This is great right here. That's enamel.
I have 50 gone, now 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, now 60, 100 new bidders in the back, 110, now 120, sold at $150, number 18, the bar. We was in the attic and Carl was digging through some boxes up there and hit this box of toys and we just all got excited. And these are wonderful toys right here, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. The condition of them are original. They haven't been altered. They haven't been repainted. They haven't been disturbed in probably 75 or 80 years. rare item here. I have 210, now 220, 290, 300, 325, 350, 425. Any bidders at 425 to 425, new bidder, 450. Any bidders at 450, sold at 425. Be careful of that. When Carl discovered these toys, the Lehman toy is called the Stubborn Donkey Wind-Up. Made in Germany. Wonderful out here. I have 50 gone, now 55. Another 55, another 55, another 55, another 55, another 50, 55, now 60. 100 new bidders in the back. 110, now 120. Sold at $150, number 18 the bar. Wind up peacock here, original, ladies and gentlemen. It does work. I remember winding this up. The condition is excellent, ladies and gentlemen. A rare item with beautiful original paint. I have 160 gone, now 170, 210, 220, 240, 240, 240, 240, 240. Any bidders at 240, 240, 240, last call. Any bidders at 240 in the peacock, 240, last call. Any bidders at 240. Sold them at $230, and it's 51, the buyer number, 51. Oh, this is beautiful right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the very first toys I seen when I visited the mansion. It was in the ground floor bedroom, master bedroom. This is a rare little piece. It was sitting on top of a dresser. Circa about 1910 here, ladies and gentlemen. Rare item here. 100 to go. 110, 120, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 40, 240, 240. Last call. Any bidders at 240? Last call. 240. Sold them at 230. Bottom is 51.
Biggest thing I probably found were the Red Cross posters. And we probably had I don't know, 25 to 30. All of them in really good shape. No tearing on them or anything. They were just magnificent to see.
This is rare, ladies and gentlemen. It's a complete set. This is a rare opportunity here. I've never seen anything like it. These are rare. Get your big cards up. Nobody else has. There's a lot of Red Cross collectors in the world, ladies and gentlemen. They'd love to have these. That's the way to be it, sir. 300 on the front row and started. Now 325, 400, 400, 425, 450, 475, 500, 525, 700, 725. Sold in that $775. Bottom is 407. Absolutely beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Has a lot of history here in North Carolina that held some of the rarest books from the collection. 500, thank you, Lizzie. And gone now 525, 975, 1,000, 50, 1150. Sold them at $1,400. Bottom is 109. Here, ladies and gentlemen, when I first seen this, in the back of my mind, I was thinking Thomas Day. I didn't say anything. I believe it to be 100% Thomas Day, probably commissioned as a request, probably from Governor Reed, to be made for him. It is a shaving mirror. It's got all the bells and whistles that I believe I've seen on other examples I've looked at closely. I bet these are special order on this. Important item here. What's the bid? I have 1,000. Thank you, sir. Right over there in the corner. And gone now 1050, 1,800, 1,850, 19, 34, 35. Going once, 5,900, now 6,000. Going twice. Sold him at $5,800 right here. Buyer number 64. Congratulations, a round of applause. Thanks to ladies and gentlemen also. Thank y'all so much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great privilege, and I'm very honored and proud to be representing the family right here. It is confirmed a set of Thomas Day, Milton, North Carolina, set of 10 matching dining room chairs that have descended through the Reed Scott family of Rockingham County. I'm going to sell this book with it. It's the original Thomas Day book with it. The photograph of these chairs are in that book. These are Thomas Day. They are all numbered with Roman numerals. They have his pencil marks on the bottom. They have his chalk line on the bottom. It's got about a 2-inch thick piece of southern yellow pine on each bottom of them. The family cared about them since they had them. A lot of chairs like this did not survive. I have 2,000 opening online, now 2,100, 35, 36, 37. 52, 53, 5,900, now 6,000, going twice. Any other bidders? Sold him at $5,900 right here by number 64 of ours. Congratulations. Number 6,400. Thank you. 64. It was found in the attic at Melrose, and it was dusty and dirty. This thing is all original. Doesn't look like it was ever even used. Original brass, original paint on it, original wing nuts. The original green core runs underneath it. It's the oscillator. I have 625 opening, 800 with brine, 1,300, 1,350. I have 2,000 with another phone bidder. Do not miss his bid, Josh. That's the most important bidder you've got on the phone. 44, 45. Sold him at $4,900. Bottom number 404. Wow. Can y'all believe that? I'm going to clap on that. Thank you.